Hey, and welcome back to the program. I hope you saw the NCAA March Madness Final Four on this past Monday evening. What a heck of a game that took place. One of the greatest basketball games I've ever seen. And I was really torn about the game. North Carolina, with 4 seconds to go, ties it up. Villanova shoots the winning shot with about 0.4 tenths of a second left. Couldn't have been a greater ending. Let me tell you my dilemma. I went to the University of North Carolina. I was the first recruit of legendary basketball coach Dean Smith there at Carolina back in 1958. Didn't play very well, ended up running track over basketball, but that was where my heart was. I love basketball there, love basketball still. I bleed Carolina blue. That's the saying they say there on the campus, that God had to be a Tar Heel, otherwise he wouldn't make the sky Carolina blue. That's the color of their uniforms, if those of you that follow Carolina know. So my heart was definitely with North Carolina. But I was in a pick'em with a bunch of friends. We all put up money, and you had to take your choices. I just couldn't get North Carolina. It was a pick I couldn't get. I'd jump at it and got them if I could have. So my next choice was Villanova, the number 2 seed. I took Villanova. So the dilemma Monday night was my heart was with Carolina, but there was some pretty big money involved in Villanova. I stuck with my heart, pulled for the Tar Heels, and they lost in a great basketball game. Now, it's all over, and we're going to look towards next year, except there's a taint hanging over the North Carolina program and other basketball programs in this country. You see, there's a huge investigation of academic scandals at Carolina where phantom courses were being taken by many athletes on scholarship. They would either not show up at all and get a high grade, or they might not have to go to class at all, take an occasional or write an occasional paper, and that would qualify them for an A and a B to pass. That's wrong. It shouldn't be allowed. I didn't do that. In my day, there was a blemish on your record if you didn't graduate in 4 years. I pushed very hard to graduate in 4 years. Now the colleges all brag that, gosh, 65% of our students graduate in 6 years. 6 years, you're not, and here's the other thing. Your and my tax dollars are paying for those 6 years in many, many instances. So I think a 4-year education is there. I know that I was one course short of graduating in 4 years, and I made a special effort to go to St. Louis to summer school at Washington University to take the one course I needed to let me graduate in 4 years. In any event, I took Saturday morning classes, whatever it took to keep my academic standing to graduate. And now we see these phantom courses. And it's not just at North Carolina. They beat Syracuse in the Final Four. Last year, Syracuse was on probation, couldn't play because of the same kind of academic scandals, giving special benefits to the athletes. 1 year later, boom, they're back in the Final Four. The penalties didn't really go far enough, in my opinion, in that case. And I've talked to other athletes in the Southeast Conference who say this is not a North Carolina problem, that a lot of schools in the Southeast Conference allow these phantom courses for athletes. Well, North Carolina's, they're going to come down hard on North Carolina, and they should, and I'm torn by that. It's my alma mater, a school I love, a school I still go back to regularly, but it's just not right to be that uncompetitive, let these kids take these phantom courses. So Carolina, get ready. You played a great basketball game. You're going to get sanctioned. You should be sanctioned, and we've got to clean up the mess in college athletics because this happens in lots of schools all over the country, and it shouldn't happen. I know these kids want to be big shots and go pro. Well, only a handful go pro. The rest have to use their academic background to make a living for themselves, to support themselves, to pay the taxes like you and I do. And that's not happening in many college athletic programs. I'll be right back.